Today, I made Shaquille O'Neal the greatest shooter of all time. So I put prime Shaq on the Orlando Magic, except I gave him 99 three-pointer, 99 mid-range, and 99 free throw, and gave him a tendency to shoot threes, gave him a bunch of shooting badges and stuff. So now, in addition to being an amazing paint presence, he's also the greatest shooter of all time. He should be an even greater shooter than Stephen Curry. Before we get too far into it, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit 200 subscribers, so it'd mean a lot if you click the button. Alright, the season's done. Jokic won MVP. Alex Sarr, Rookie of the Year. Westbrook, 6-man. Wemby, DPOY. Alright, the Magic won 49 games. And Shaq's only on All-NBA third team, which is very surprising. He averaged 28 points, 12 rebounds. He shot 41.5% from three, 98% from the three-point line, or the free throw line. I kind of expected him to do a bit better, to be honest, but he still played really well. The Magic finished as the 3 seed. Alright, let's see how Shaq will do in his modern playoff debut. Game 1 is a loss. Shaq dropped 35 and 11, only made 2 threes, but good debut. And they're in the second round versus the New York Knicks. Now this series is going to be tough. Or not, because they just swept them. Now they got to play the Boston Celtics with an uninjured Tatum here. Now this should be tough. Series is 2-2. Alright, Game 5, Celtics versus Magic. And they're down by 2 with 46 seconds to go. Let's jump in here. Alright, Shaq's not in the game for some reason. Banchero pump fakes. They're down 2. Suggs from 3 for the lead. Got it. Wish that was Shaq, but whatever. They've got the lead. Hopefully they'll be checking Shaq in here. Franz Wagner has 40 in this one. Brown gets the screen, gets right to the hoop, and that's a free dunk for Jaylen Brown. 23 seconds to go. Magic down by 1. Suggs, trying to be the hero, goes for another shot, off, rebound, bounce around, Suggs gets the board. 10 seconds left, shot clock winding down. Crazy pass, he has the black, hits it, I can't even commentate, they're up 1. Jaylen Brown bringing it up, step back, tough three-pointer for the win, got it! Jaylen Brown just hit the game winner to go up 3-2 in the series. What a shot from Jaylen Brown. Alright, Shaq and the Magic are down 3-2. Alright, they lost to the Celtics, and it looks like the Celtics are going to win the championship. Paolo went up 4, but Shaq is no longer on this team. He left in free agency. And Shaq went to the Brooklyn Nets. Why did he do that? Oh, they also have VJ Edgecombe on this team. So, I mean, this team isn't very good right now, but maybe they'll get better. I don't know. We'll see how he does in his second season. The season is over. Luka won MVP. The Nets started off doing good, but they had an absolutely horrible second half of the season, and I'm pretty sure they missed the playoffs. Shaq was on All-NBA second team. He probably should have made first team because he averaged 31 points, 13 rebounds, and shot 45% from 3 and 99% from the free throw line. And not only did they miss the playoffs, they missed out on the play-in tournament. Alright, this team didn't really get anyone, but most of their players are getting better, I guess, except Cam Johnson. I guess we'll see how they do in Shaq's third season in the modern NBA. Alright, the season is over. Jokic, another ridiculous season. Shaq made All-NBA second team, averaged 27 points, 12 rebounds, and shot 52% from 3. That is ridiculous. And the Nets managed to get Julius Randle at some point. I don't know if I just missed it or something, but they ended up winning 52 games. And the team still wasn't really that good. So that was still quite impressive for Shaq to carry that team to the second seed. But let's see if they can do good in the playoffs. Alright, they win in 5. They got to face the Knicks. I don't know why this team does so good against the Knicks. They swept them again. They got to face the Pacers in the conference finals. They got Tyrese, they got Nembhard, they got Jalen Duren. And they're up 3-1. Shaq can head to his first ever NBA Finals in the modern era as the greatest shooter of all time if he wins here. And he will. Shaq is in the finals. And he's facing Wemby, so a huge center matchup here. Alright, NBA Finals Game 1, Nets versus Spurs. And it looks like the Nets are going to take Game 1. And the Spurs bounce back. And Game 3 looks pretty close, but the Spurs are up by quite a bit, and the Spurs are going to go up 2-1. And it looks like he's going to come up short again. They're down 3-1. We haven't got to jump in any of these games because they've all been blowouts. Shaq's down 3-2 still, though. And Shaq is going to lose to the Spurs in 6. But that was a good run by Shaq, made it all the way to the finals, had to face a team that was better than his, and he did pretty well. The team lost Julius Randle, but a lot of the players are progressing. I mean, I just don't know if this team has what it takes. Alright, I'm simulating at least one more season. We'll see if Shaq can win a championship here. Alright, the season's done. Luka won MVP. There's been some ridiculous MVPs in this video. Ridiculous stat line for Luka. Alright, Shaq averaged 34 points, 13 rebounds, shot 45% from 3. Good stat line, and they ended up as the 3 seed this year. Yeah, Shaq honestly could have won MVP. Didn't win it this time, but I'm surprised he hasn't won one yet. Alright, they got to face the Charlotte Hornets in round 1 with LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Shaq is in danger of blowing a 3-1 lead. Alright, and they scrape out of the first round in 7 games. Alright, they got to play Cade Cunningham and the Pistons in the second round. Alright, series is tied at 2-2, pivotal game 5. Nets are pulling away. Shaq with a 50 ball in this one, 5 of 6 from 3. 19 free throws is kind of crazy, but a 50 ball is also crazy. Alright, game 6 to head to the conference finals. It's pretty close, but Shaq wins. Alright, they got to face the Knicks. They've been great against this team so far, but Shaq's really going to have to dig deep to win this one. Shaq and the Nets are the New York Knicks' kryptonite. Another sweep on the Knicks despite being the lower seed. And now Shaq has to face the Warriors in the finals. Honestly, this Warrior team is not that good, so they have a real shot. And it looks like he's going to win game 1. And Shaq barely scrapes by. I probably could have jumped in, but they won by 3. And with 1:38 to go, Shaq and the Nets are up by 2. Let's jump in. Alright, the Warriors have the ball. They're down by 2. They get it down to Porzingis. Good pass, and Porzingis knots the game. They give it down to Shaq in the post. Come on, Shaq. Yeah, he still has his post moves. Gets to the paint, misses. Honestly, he should have just gone closer in there. Surprise, Shaq missed that. Give it to Powell. Mid-range. Off. They go, and the Warriors get the steal. Porzingis bringing it up. Shaq guarding him. Shaq's not really a good perimeter defender, and he fouls him. First one's good. Porzingis to extend the lead to 2. Got it. Shaq in the post, drop step, signature move, and he gets it to go. He can still do that in addition to his shooting. Simpson passes it to Porzingis. Porzingis on Shaq, in and out. 25 seconds to go. Shaq gets the board. Couple seconds of difference between the shot and game clock. Giddey throws a terrible pass, and Porzingis gets the steal. They have a chance for the game winner. We've already seen one game winner in this video. Simpson. Oh, he's going to have to take a bad shot. He's not making that. And we're heading to overtime. I'll simulate the first bit of overtime. Alright, things are not looking good. Shaq and the Nets are down by 5. However, the game's not over, and Josh Giddey just committed a backcourt violation. Simpson in the paint, no good. Shaq with the board. They got to do something. Throws up the lob to Shaq, who will miss, but gets his own board. That's a free dunk. They pass it down to Porzingis in the post on Shaq. Shaq is going to probably get a stop. He does, but they get the board. Simpson with it at the top gets the Porzingis screen. Simpson driving into the paint. Fakes, goes up, and hits it. Tough shot there from Simpson. Don't throw a bad pass. They throw it down to Shaq. Shaq, not a good shot. Misses. I think that might do it, honestly. And they're fouling. Giddey driving in. Come on. No, don't shoot that. Okay. 24 seconds to go, but they're down by 4. I honestly think it's over. Thea drives in. No good, and that's going to do it. But the series is still tied 1-1, and Shaq has a chance to win. Alright, series is tied 1-1. Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to lose here. Oh, actually, they've kind of stormed back. They're only down 3 with 49 seconds to go. They have a chance. Alright, the Warriors have the ball, so they really need to get a stop here. Simpson has it. They pass it down to Porzingis. Shaq guarding him. Come on, Shaq, play good defense. That was bad defense, honestly. Timeout called by the Nets. 40 seconds to go. They need to score. Oh, okay. Shaq, please do not miss this. Shaq, pump fake. He's going to get a 3-second violation. Puts up the shot and hits it. Cuts it back to 3. Please, I don't think they should foul here, but they're probably going to. First free throw. Porzingis doesn't drop. A huge miss. A great break for the Nets there, but he hits the second. 4-point game. I don't know why they used that timeout, honestly. Shaq fouled out. Alright, if they don't score here, the game's over. They don't have Shaq to shoot, but, like, y'all got to shoot a 3. Like, hurry up. Josh Giddey driving into the paint, gets the foul call, but this game's over. Alright, I simcasted, and they managed to tie the game. So, I guess they can go for the win there. I probably shouldn't have simcasted. They give it into Simpson. Simpson, 3-ball for the win. Off. And we're going to overtime. In overtime, the Warriors ultimately won. So now they're down 2-1 in the series. Alright, Shaq, lock in for Game 4. You're down 2-1. You do not want to go down 3-1. The game is tied with 19 seconds to play. The game is tied. The Warriors were kind of coming back, so that's why I didn't jump in earlier, but they have a chance for a game winner. Please give it to Shaq. 5 seconds to go. Come on, give it to Shaq. What are you doing, Josh Giddey? Josh Giddey driving in. That draws the foul with 1.5 to play. Clutch foul draw by Josh Giddey. You just got to knock down these both, and you should win. The Warriors have no timeouts. He misses one. This for the win. Full court, no good. And clutch, I mean, it's not really clutch free throws because he missed one, but they still win. And now the series is tied at 2-2. Alright, you want to win this game to go up 3-2, but this one's back and forth so far. And Shaq is going to lose. Shaq had 34 points, 13 rebounds, 4 of 10 from 3, so it's not really his fault. This is a must-win game to force Game 7 of the NBA Finals. They're kind of blowing them out of the water here, and they'll win. Shaq had 47 and 16 in this one, 4 of 10 from 3 again. Shaq is performing amazingly in this finals. Alright, this is Game 7, final game of the season no matter what. And it looks like Shaq is going to be an NBA champion. Against the Warriors, it took 7 games. And Shaq had 38 and 11 in this one. And Shaq is your finals MVP, averaging 34, 14, and shooting actually not that great from 3, but still a great series overall. So it took him 4 seasons, but ultimately, giving Shaq Curry shooting not only made him have ridiculous individual stats, but eventually led to him carrying the Nets to a championship. See you guys later. Bye.